Hi everyone, this is Just Trying to Play It, and we are finally back with Pumpkin Days. Now, I know that it has been a while since we have played almost anything, and that's because of various reasons. I really won't get into everything, but I still love this game, so please do not think that that is the case. I do love Pumpkin Days. I love a bunch of other games too. And because I love a bunch of other games, that basically is what created the problem. Now, first of all, let's just get a recap as to what we're doing here. We are on year one. We're in the fall, and it is the sixth day, which is the Saturday of this season. So I believe we have already done. Oh, that freezes. You have to bear with me because I've forgotten some of the controls. Okay, so first let's look at some stuff. Now she said she lost a letter around the town square. We're gonna try and go and find that for her, and we're gonna pick up. I guess try to pick up from where we left off. Okay, so she left it here. There it is, right there. Now, before when I went to look for it, I couldn't find it because because I didn't have her selected. So I'm kind of glad that I did that. So we received a reward of some donuts. You know what? Getting donuts is always a good thing. So I'm not going to complain about that. We're going to pet the baby here, Mindy. Nice looking kitty cat. I'm glad they kind of added that too for pets and stuff. Okay, so we've already grabbed, I think, what we wanted to take off of here. Let's go check our mail and let's see what interesting things we may have. I don't remember if we sold anything the night before or what. So here we are. We completed our quota for the rice. That's great. We completed the one for the cauliflower. And okay, well, we have some more hybrid seeds. So we've got 5 more hybrid seeds. Let's see what season we can do those in. Spring. So we're basically waiting for 2 more seasons before we can even do that. That's fine. We're not hurting for money or anything. For me, the hybrid seeds are also a source of income, more income than you would have made, I think, from other crops. But if you remember correctly, we're using the glowing mushrooms as our money crop. So everything else is really, I wouldn't say irrelevant or, not important, but it's not as important, I guess you can say. So, okay, we have, what we need to get out of there. We need to do some mayonnaise. I don't think we bought the thing to do mayonnaise. We need to do some carrots and eggplant. I believe we have those planted as well as some blueberries. I think we have those planted. I'm pretty sure that we do. So let's see. We have mayonnaise here, which is 16. The eggs are 10. Now, I do believe the egg turns into mayonnaise. The only difference is we're going to be missing out on, it's going to cost us 6 more. So for 30, it's going to cost us another 180. I don't really think that's a big issue for me right now. I'm not going to nickel and dime stuff. So I think right now we're going to go ahead and buy the mayonnaise, turn it in, get the money for the mayonnaise, plus get our bonus, which will then be a profit. But it wouldn't be as big of a profit as normal. Now it looks like we've got a good thing of eggs going. So I may not do anything with that. Oh yeah, this thing. I don't even want to get rid of this because it's so different and interesting, and so is this. Now, yeah, I could sell this thing, but for $500, I mean, earlier I probably would have, because we really need the money early on. But now, no, I'm gonna hold on to it probably throughout the entire game. Okay, so it's early in the day. Let's go take a look at our. Did we check this already? I think we checked this already. Yeah. Let's go take a look at our farm, and let's just recap some things here. We are going to have some flowers that are going to just stay ready. because we're not moving those. And I mean, I do that. I do tend to plant flowers in the beginning of the year and never pick them up, just simply because there's no reason to for me. Yeah, if I want to continue to get the experience from it, I will, but I don't think it's that big of a deal at that point. So, okay, as you can see, our glowing mushroom cash farm, which is what I'm going to call that. And then we have, I think I picked up one of these because I had to sell it, or it was a mistake. Don't quite remember how that worked out. And then let's just see what we've got churning over here. Okay, some barley. Let's put some sugar beets in since we have them on us. Oh, we've got a good supply of stuff going on here. And we're going to run out of space, so I'm going to have to get another storage for over here. So we're not going to bother with that too much. Let's make sure that we drop in our mayonnaise. Okay, so let's just get a recap. We've got meteor tools for everything that's important to us, so that's great. That's a good thing. We have a lot of gems, I think, that we need to polish. But for right now, we're not overly concerned with it. Let's see what else we've got going on. I think this is just, we've just put some general stuff in here. And mainly it's just because, when you get to a certain point in a game, you tend to get to this situation where you've got a lot of storage, you've got a lot of stuff going on, but you don't have time to necessarily organize everything. You know what I mean? So it's like, you're playing along, you're having fun still, but when you come back into, say, your area, you're like, oh my goodness, where is everything now? Even if things are well numbered and stuff, sometimes you just don't have the time to just dump it into their right things. Like here, you can do that. Like you can say, I can go here and I can just dump everything in, but it'll dump everything, until I run out of space. But yeah, it'll put, if I have any more of these, it'll put all of them together. But do you really want to go through all that? Now, some games have it where everything goes to where it's supposed to be based on where you've already put it. So if I go into one, I can say, yeah, go back and sort everything that I have in my inventory and put it into the other storages that I have based on the fact that I have at least one of whatever I've got in my inventory already in there. So that could lead to, some things or whatever. But for the most part, I think Pumpkin Days I'm going to continue playing Pumpkin Days. Had to plant my pumpkins, i.e. Pumpkin Days. I mean, how could you not, right? But I'm going to continue to play Pumpkin Days, but I am debating on what else to add. Oh, I've got 2 here I think I've got 3 plots that need to have something. So I may go ahead and do one more plot of those things. But anyway, I'm going to continue to play Pumpkin Days, and I noticed that a lot of games are coming out that I actually want to play. Now, some of them will not make the channel, but some of them will. The only thing is I have not yet determined which ones will and which ones won't. I know 2 of them for sure will. And I don't know if any of you even follow some of these games, but My Time at Portia is going to have basically a second part to it. Not a continuation per se from what happened on Portia, but it's going to go to another area. And I decided that I wanted to play Portia again, not because, mainly because there were so many things added since I last played Portia. And I felt like I missed out on a lot when I stopped playing, because I stopped playing Portia for quite some time, and I never finished it, mind you. I never finished the main storyline of Portia anyway, only because sometimes you get a little burned out with games because you played it too much, and Portia was that game for me. I got burned out of Portia because I had played way too much of it. So I had to really stop myself, from playing so much. But they came out with so much after that I now have to, I have to play again. So I don't know if I'm going to bring Portia, the original My Time at Portia, to the channel. And then when the new one comes out, now I'm thinking, considering how intense Portia is, I may not be able to finish it before the new one comes along. But maybe I'll be to the point where I'm almost finished. I don't know. I doubt it, because I think the new one is supposed to come out sometime this year. We have less than half of this year left. So I think that I don't know, I'm debating on on whether or not to bring My Time at Portia back. And I'm leaning towards doing it because I want people to see the difference between what My Time at Portia was about and what the My Time at Sandrock is about. I mean, it's a completely different, location. I guess the scenery is different, obviously. But a lot of the people on there will remind you of people from Portia. And then some of the things, some of the feel of it is, you can tell, yes, there, if you played My Time at Portia, you start picking out things that are the same. It's just natural when you play games like that. So I'm thinking of doing that. But also there's another game that's coming out with a part 2. I don't know how I feel about it because I've seen a little bit of early gameplay on it, and it's not completely different than the original one, but it's a little different. But I think I want to play it, I mean, I am just trying to play it. So I think I just want to play it and kind of see what's going on. But also the game before it, I'm thinking about bringing that on and saying, well, do I play this game to show you, the first one, and then you get to see the second one? You've probably already seen it. It's an older game. It's Sheltered, which is one of my favorites. I mean, it's absolutely one of my favorite games. And I don't know why, because sometimes I like to see, better graphics with zombie type games and survival games. But I think for that game, it works so well. The graphics on it is like, early 2D type, but it works so well, and I think that it was a wonderful game. It did present me a challenge. It presented me a lot of challenges, and for that, I have to give it a thumbs up, So I'm interested to know how the second one would play out. So I don't know if I'm thinking those two games will come to the channel, but if I bring those two, I bring 2 more. So that means 4 games that's coming to the channel. Do I have time to play 4 games? Most times, no. But I might have to make an exception. I don't know. And then those will be longer gameplays. So the thing is that sturgeon looked really big. But the thing is do I play those long-term games and, try to put in something? I don't know. I really don't know. But I am thinking, obviously, the 2 newer ones will be coming. But until then, I need to finish up some of the games that I'm playing. And right now, I'm playing My Time at Portia. I also have 1 or 2 other games that I believe I finished. I finished Little Big Workshop, so I finished the DLC of that as well as the original. I also want to finish, I just started Stardew Valley. I didn't get too far with that one in the channel. I got further in my own, play time. But on the channel, I didn't get too far. I may return to that. I don't know. I love the game tremendously. There's a lot in the game that I myself haven't experienced. And because of it, that's why I tried to play it again. But I think that because of the longevity of that type of game, I may just, play it myself and just finish it. Because I really you don't need too many long term games if I don't have that kind of time. I don't think anyone does. Unless I play the game, like hours upon hours upon hours and stream it and finish it like that, then, I may finish it in a certain amount of time, but nah. I'm not a streamer. A lot of people may have noticed that I don't stream right now. It's not, I don't plan on streaming anytime soon, but I do love my games. I do. My Steam library is ridiculous. It's probably not even anywhere near a lot of people. But another thing that I wanted to talk about was another reason why I had not been playing these games was because I got caught up in another game for I would say about a month. And I mean caught up, not saying that I've been playing it intensively. I've been trying to play it, and as my name indicate, I just want to play. I'm just trying to play a game. And one game that I don't know if you guys are familiar with or not is Eco. Eco has been around for a while, and there's a lot of pros and cons to playing Eco. But my worst thing about Eco is, and I hate to say it, but it's the people who play it. There aren't a lot of people who, I guess the way I can put it is, for those of you who don't know what Eco is basically, it's a beautiful, absolutely gorgeous game where you are supposed to collaborate with other people, most of them strangers that you've never met, on a multiplayer platform, and you're supposed to collaborate with people to defeat the meteor that is threatening to destroy the Earth. And in doing so, you have to learn certain skills and certain specializations, and obviously people have to produce certain things and stuff like that in order to make sure that the meteor does not destroy the Earth. But at the same time, you have to prevent yourselves from destroying the Earth by making sure that you recycle or, do whatever you need to do to make sure that you're not polluting the world as well. Now, that's a mouthful, right? That's a mouthful. But it's really a great concept when you get into it. When you see the world itself is just absolutely gorgeous. If you're a builder, that world is for you. If you want to go out and fight stuff, such as like a survival thing, that game is not for you unless you don't mind only shooting down animals. If you want to build, say, a base and then go out and fight other people or other factions or things, that game is not for you. So please keep that in mind. But if you like to collab with people and to kind of build up a civilization when you think about it, then that game is for you. Now, the problem that I've had with Eco is that people have not been, cooperative. And when they are cooperative, unfortunately, they get taken advantage of. And I think a lot of people get burned out of that game because of that. They want to help. They genuinely, you have those people who genuinely want to help. Okay, they want to help you out. They want you to, they may give you free stuff or they may offer free things because they can make it themselves. It basically doesn't cost them anything but time, or in the game, calories. That's what you use to spend on things when you make stuff. So it's just costing calories, and they're fine with that, But then here comes along some people who, they take advantage of it by trying to take everything that you have. They try to clean you out of stock all the time, Now, I've done it. So please don't get me wrong. I've cleared out someone's stock at one point. But it wasn't because I was trying to be selfish. I needed the stuff that I bought from them. And even when I cleared out their stock, it wasn't enough. I did not have enough materials to do what I needed to do. But what I try to do on the game is, even if I can make something myself, what I try to do is I try to also buy from other people. Because I feel that you still need to stimulate the economy, because you just don't know when they're going to need you or you're going to need them, right? So I still try my best to buy from other people. I try to help them out when they need stuff. In the game, most times, you do not have a currency to start off with. Now, there's a lot of people that program it to where you have a currency. They get on the server and they create the currency, as well as like a downtown area or, stuff like that. And that's great. But most times, if you're playing, I guess you can call it the vanilla way, you don't have a currency to start off with. So in light of that, that means that you have to build up to said currency. Now, when you get the currency, the game actually changes the dynamic to me. But anyway, when you're first playing that game, you are actually, everybody's broke. You have your own currency. Like for me, it's whatever is just trying to play it credit. So whatever your name is on there, it's your own credit that you're going to have, that people are going to be able to access, provided that they buy stuff from you. So that means you have to, number one, be selling stuff that they need, and you have to be buying things that they can get to you. To me, that's a simple concept. But when you play it out on the game, it does come out to be a little more complicated than that. And that's basically what it is. But anyway, I've been playing the game, and I've been having a hard time staying with a particular server at a time. Now, my main concept is I like to build up to things. I don't like having stuff handed to me on a silver platter. I don't like, things to be so easy to where now I'm bored. Okay? But I also don't like it to be overly difficult to where I feel like it's impossible and I don't want to play anymore. Problem with Eco is you're going to have those situations more often than not. So there are going to be times where something is going to be absolutely, positively, just ridiculous to do. But then it's going to be really, really easy. So you have got to kind of find your balance, so to speak. Before we get back into that, let's check everything. Okay, the cooking. Oh, Saba. Okay. Big fat sushi roll with mackerel. So I need a mackerel, seaweed, or wasabi. It seems like all of the sushi stuff is made with wasabi. And that's how we roll. That's getting a little old, but I get it. That does not look like a toilet. Now that's kind of funny, actually. That's pretty funny. And I'm gonna say this because I didn't even think the game had toilets. So now I am very, very curious, and now I have to go and see how we make a toilet. Let's see. It may be on the carpet, maybe on this table. Let's see. Home, no. It's not storage. It's not decor. I'm just gonna go. Here it is. Here, 15. Now I'm gonna have to make that because I'm gonna need to see what it's like. It's a chair. I guess technically, yeah. I guess technically a toilet would be a chair, but it's not just for you to leisurely sit on and just talk to people, or I don't know. I don't know. But you know what? Let's go to sleep. And am I in a hurry to really wake up early? No, I am not. So we're going to do 8 hours. And we're not going to do that much in the game. What I really like about this game, and I'm going to keep on saying it. Ooh, vanilla pudding. That sounds really good. Vanilla, chicken, egg, sugar. That sounds really good, really. And then let's see what we got for crafting. Learn how to make nothing. Now, see, developers, I need that to be fixed. Now, I know that the game is out of early access and stuff, but I really need to be able to. I mean, to me, I just missed out on something, and it wasn't my fault. And I'm kind of upset with that. But while we're gathering this stuff, we're going to continue talking about what I was saying. Now, eco. The problem was that I said was you have people who they want to help, but at the same time, you also have people who all they want is to try and make the most money. I don't know who they're trying to prove that to. Are they trying to prove it to themselves that they can come on any server and make a ton of money, or are they trying to just prove it to someone? I don't know. I don't know what it is, but there's people who will hoard materials. They will buy up land so that you can't get to certain things, and that's their purpose in life. Okay, they will come on there, and that's what they do. Then you will have the server owner. Now, a lot of the servers on Eco are not owned by Eco or whatever you want to call them. They're owned by people like you and me, and they're run by people like you and me. Now, most times these people sometimes have some programming knowledge, but most times they don't need to, because I believe there's a bunch of tutorials to teach you how to do certain things in your Eco server. Now, the problem with a lot of that is your owners are the ones who are the ones hoarding everything. They want the best specializations on there. They want the specializations that'll make them the most money. And then at the same time, they can make stuff spawn out of nowhere. And then they can also seize, land at any point in time. Now, the thing is a lot of these people, and I'm not saying it's all of them, so do not say that just trying to play it says that all Eco, server owners do this or do that, because they don't. But lots of times when a person owns a server for Eco, they have not planned out what they really want to do. They don't know how they want the government to run. They don't know how much money they want in circulation before they feel like it's too much money out there. They don't know how to stimulate the economy, how to make people kind of, want to trade with each other, to make it possible so that there aren't too many of, say, one profession. For instance, okay, there's a cooking profession. It's basically I don't know if farming's in it, fertilizers are in it, and it makes sense for, say, someone who starts off as a cook to go from cooking, I think it's campfire cooking, to go from campfire cooking to cooking just whatever else, just other stuff. It makes sense, right? Because it's cooking. So, but you've got people who are doing cooking, people who are also being a smelter. You've got people who are also carpenters. You've got people who are doing all kinds of other stuff. And you just ask yourself, why? Why are you doing that? And the reason is, and I'm going to be completely and utterly honest with you, is because you have people on the server who will not get you the materials that you need because they're afraid, or for whatever reason, they feel maybe that you're going to overtake them, or that your prices are going to be better and they have to compete, or, whatever. It's like, I was always competing for certain things, like I came in and I wanted to be, say, I don't know, a carpenter. And as a carpenter, you also have to make certain things. You also make certain things for other people. So in doing so, let's see, I'm going to need 36 of these things. So I'm only going to do 18. And I've got 10 over there. That's 16. There we go. So I'm going to do those and then sell the rest of these. And yeah, I can do them all in one thing. I'm not in any hurry for those at all. You know what? I should have just done the 72 and called it a day, shouldn't I? Yeah, because let's see what we got. We got 36 here. So, bam. You know, that was damn near perfect. So, we're going to go ahead and do those other two patches. And we're going to go ahead and do these glowing mushrooms. So, yes. But anyway, the problem is that you have people who, I guess in their own way, they look at, they feel like they need to be the best. And I'm all for being the best of anything. I say go for it. You know, but you shouldn't be the best on the backs of someone else. And for that, what I'm saying is don't push someone else down so that you can go up. You know, don't keep someone else. To me, to be the best, really, you have to beat the best, or you have to be able to compete with the best. And you see, I've played softball ever since I was a little kid. And I've always wanted to play with the best players. Now, back then, it was me playing with the boys. Now, it's me playing with the boys or the girls because, you know, I think we've proven that girls are just as good at softball as, you know, guys are. So I'm just going to put that out there. But back in the day, girls weren't looked upon as being, you know, good athletes. They weren't supposed to be for some reason, because when you play sports, you get dirty and all this other stuff. But I wanted to play it. I wanted to play these sports. And when I found softball, I thought it was the best thing that I had ever seen in my life. And I played it diligently. I wanted to be better. I wanted to learn how to do certain things. I asked a lot of questions. You know, I wanted to be a good athlete. So I even, you know, went outside, I trained, I ran, I did all kinds of stuff. I played with my friends. You know, I wanted to be better. So the way that I saw that I could be better was to play with those who were considered to be better at it. And I hated to say it, but at the time they were boys. So if I was out there playing with the boys, I felt like I was going to get better. You know, so that's what I did. So I used to go out there and I used to try to play with the boys. Okay, so you see, I spent $4.80 on the mayonnaise. I ended up getting a total of $11.40 back. That's fine. I'm not gonna, you know, get upset about that or anything. We're gonna go check out Sebastian and kind of see if he has anything that we don't have right now. I don't think I'm growing any wheat. I think I have enough wheat, but we're gonna see if he has anything. But anyhow, I believe that in order to be better, you have to compete with the good ones, and you have to try and figure out, yeah, you can have a step ahead of them, but you also need to stay a step ahead of them, which is very hard. So in this case, on this game, I believe that competition was very good, you know, but the thing is don't try to sit up there and sabotage my stuff by not giving me, there's something that you can sell to your fellow, you know, people, because maybe you're higher level, you know, at that time or something, right? So you're a higher level than they are, and you can do things that they can't do, but that doesn't mean that you should gouge the price. Just because other ones can't do it yet and you're the only one that can, don't gouge their prices. Don't, you know, something that's normally, I don't know, 400 or 500 of whatever, you know, currency you have, don't go charging $900 to $1,000. You know, $900 to $1,000 for something. You know, why? Because, you know, I don't know, because they can't get this regrows. So I'm not gonna do any of those. I may do some more turnips because we really don't have any turnips, and I'm gonna do a patch of 36 turnips. Yeah, because we really, I don't think we really have any. I don't use them for a lot. I know they can be used for turnip soup and stuff, but I really don't think I have a lot of them. But anyway, it's like people begin to trust you when your prices are reasonable, regardless of what's going on. If you just base your price on cost, that's one thing. But yeah, I understand that you're trying to make money in the market because nothing's out there and you're the only one that has it. So yes, you can probably charge whatever you want to charge. But some people will realize, though, I think for a certain thing, in this case, the things that you're selling aren't essential. They're not necessities. They're things that people may want, and if they can afford it, they're going to come get it. If they can't, then they're not going to bother with it. So in that case, then you shouldn't be charging an arm and a leg for it anyway, because number one, not everyone can afford to get it, but number two, it's going to reduce your, sales. So why not charge a reasonable amount so that more people can have access to it? But for some reason, there are some people that you play with on this game. What did I just do? Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. For some reason, there's some people that you play with on this game that do not have any notion of that concept. And I think that makes the game very, very toxic. And, because of that, I think a lot of people tend to shy away from playing it. And it's really sad that happens, because it's a really, really good game. I didn't make this video to promote Ica. I just ended up I actually was just going to talk about a few things because I hadn't played it in a while, and it was a way for me to kind of get my bearings and everything too. But I just feel like those people have made it so toxic that people just don't want to play. And then when you actually find a server that you enjoy playing on, let me go get these because I have to plant these things too. When you actually find a server that you can, that you think you can stay on for a while, people tend to, I don't know, it gets, as you start getting further and further into the game and closer to the meteor, you start losing a bunch of people. Now, I don't know why, I really don't, but you start losing a ton of people. And these people actually, unfortunately for you, these people are actually pretty important in the game. Like, for instance, they were the ones who were serving all of the high level food so that you can, it gives you more calories per serving. And it also gives you more of different things. For Eco, you have to have a balanced diet. Let's just put it that way. There's 4 categories of that diet. And I think it's carbs, fat, protein, and something else. Carbs, fat, vitamins. So you have to have a balanced diet. If your diet is a little unbalanced, then you start not getting, your food is not as effective. So, and that's basically what it is. So anyway, if you don't have a balanced diet, you end up not being as efficient. Let's put it that way. And it's better to have the really good diet, because the higher up that your calories are, the better your diet is, the more experience points you're going to get. So that also helps as well. There's a bunch of factors into it. Go look it up. I may do a small video on it. But the issue really is that you have a lot of people who drift off. They don't come back. And we've had our, I guess you can call her our chef, our neighborhood chef, left. She hasn't been there for at least 4 days. And at first I was like, well, maybe she'll be back soon. But it's been 4 days. And usually around that time you start thinking to yourself, well, she's not coming back. or he's not coming back. You really don't know if they're girls or guys until you like literally talk to them for real. But the notion is after you've been gone for a certain period of time, it's assumed that that person's not coming back. And I think we're at that point with this particular person because you have to watch people, right? She was, or he was always on the server, was always there. And, there was certain, played hours a day. Played before work or before school or whatever the case was. And now you just don't see him. So, it's like, well, what happened? Well, I'll tell you what happened. When you got server owners who then get a little cocky and get a little bit beside themselves, they start making these changes and doing laws and stuff and you can do laws on eco, and they start making these laws and stuff that, it kind of messes up things. But anyway, yeah, I've talked a lot about another game, and I'm trying to play, this. So 29%. Tuna burger. That sounds actually kind of interesting. But yeah, I apologize, guys, for going off into that. But I just kind of want you to know what I've been doing and what I intend to do. A storage shed. That'll come in handy. That'll come in real handy. But yeah, I just want you to know kind of what I've been doing, what I intend to do. And, apologizing to people if you are expecting, more videos these past few weeks. A lot of stuff has been really going on with me and just, my world for the past, let's see, this is going to be 1, 2, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. That's going to be a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I've got 15 slots with 50 of them. Each time that they sell, it's going to be $5,000 per slot. That's $75,000. That's a lot of money. Not to mention I've got 3 more slots here, and I've just planted another one. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of money. It's going to get to the point where I'm not going to know what to do with any of this money. But let's see if there's some. Okay, Hefe, we didn't see him. Jackie, I'm not going to go find her. Evan usually comes here kind of late. Everyone else I can wait. I think my goal here is anything that's 4 days or less, I'm going to try to do those. Right now, we're not at that point. So I may just go around and just talk to some people because we do have time. I don't do a lot of the social stuff. As you can see, I don't just go and talk to people. But the beauty of that is when I fulfill those little things on there, on the board, it actually helps out. Did I just meet Jim or something? If you want a drinking buddy, stop by. Okay. Tessa. Okay. That's the thing. I don't want to interrupt you guys. You're talking. I'll just talk to this girl. Yeah, she says the same. And that's one thing, too, I think. A lot of the dialogue, when you've been playing this so much, you kind of back off from talking to people because the dialogue becomes the same. It's like they're not telling you anything different, after a certain period of time. And our relationship with some of them is pretty good right now. We're decent with Sebastian and all that. We probably should be further along with a lot of these relationships than we are. But we at least have a heart with most of these people, and they say the same stuff. It's like you would think that there would be a different set of dialogue that you open up, once you get to 1 heart, 2 hearts, or 1 star, 2 stars, but there isn't. And I guess I can understand that to a certain extent. That's a lot of probably programming and stuff, but it would have been nice. It would have been nice. Hefe is probably in there sleeping. Yeah, I think we're gonna probably wrap this up. I'm low on energy. I don't want to eat anything else. We're gonna talk to Julian. I could buy some land from Julian, but what would I really use it for? I was thinking to get some land and put my animals on the land, but then I would have to go over to that land, take care of the animals, and take care of my farm, which would be kind of, I don't know. Then again, winter time, I might do that. But have you seen a key lying around? Okay, yeah, let's help Tannis find the key. She'll write where she thinks it might be. Okay, let's check our journal and let's see where the key might be. She said it may have fallen out either on Wilton or Clover Road. Now, I don't know these doggone roads. Let's take a look. What does that say? I don't know. Let's go to the map. Wilton or Clover. Okay, Wilton is over here. So it is directing me. See, and I love this game. I love the way that this game does that. It will just point you in a direction. You don't have to go searching for it or anything like that. Once you kind of have it, highlighted in a way, it will point you where you need to go. And we have the key. Okay, now where is she? Because it is about time for everyone to be going to bed. And let's zoom out here. I think she's already sleeping. Yeah, she's probably already in bed. No, she's at the bar, which is great. That's absolutely one. This girl is still hanging out. I feel bad for her, but, whatever. Oh, that looks nice. What was that? A honeyfish. That looks great. I might eat that myself. I don't think I'm going to give that up. But that looks absolutely great. Yeah, are you trying to work yourself to death? No, I'm not. But yeah, but anyway, I've been doing a lot of other things, trying to experiment with some stuff. A lot of things are changing now that people are trying to get back to what was considered normal. So I myself am trying to kind of get back into that as well. But at the same time, I still, I enjoy my games and stuff like that. But, there's just other things. Even before, there were other things that I was doing that I need to get continue to do. And I think I'm going to go to sleep, and we're going to end it when we wake up. Yeah, I can get up at that time. That's not a big deal. Okay, so this has been another Pumpkin Days. And guys, I am so sorry that I was talking about all this other stuff in here. I normally don't. I would just want to talk about the game that I'm playing. But sometimes, you guys kind of need to know what's going on with people and what's keeping them from, I guess providing certain things that they normally give to you. In this case, I went a while without, doing videos, and I know my algorithm's all jacked up and everything, but I'm going to try to fix that. I'm going to try to stay on top of that. I'm going to try to keep hopefully playing games that you enjoy. And as I said before, please, if you dislike this, let me know why you dislike it. If you like it, let me know why you like it. Let me know other games that you may be thinking about possibly playing, but you don't want to buy it yet unless you see some gameplay. Let me know. Once again, this is just trying to play it. This has been Pumpkin Days. And until the next video, you guys still stay safe.